the most well-liked TV host in America. Steve Harvey has experienced stardom for a lot longer than most other celebrities. Co-stars and those close to him are criticizing him for being a hypocrite, thus it appears that his heyday is over. Steve hasn't seemed to change or even exhibit the least sorrow for nearly 25 years, despite what many have said. One of the most known figures in the entertainment world, particularly in comedy, is Steve Harvey. But he has shown that he can do much more than just make people laugh. In actuality, Steve has become very well known in recent years because to his hosting skills. It seemed like a logical progression when, in 2017, he was given his own daytime talk show. But regrettably, Steve's show was quickly cancelled after only 2 seasons and another chat show took its place. The motherfucking kings of comedy used to have Steve Harvey as their headlining comedian. Because Steve Harvey was having the worst time at the time, they used to let him be the headliner. The most well-known motherfucker was him. Right. He was behind Del Cid and Bernie, but he was bombing too many nights. He had to be the host, they had to. But Steve Harvey managed to do it. Despite his lack of skill, he managed to become that nigga. Has skill, dude. Just saying, bro, the nigga was bombing that Kings of Comedy show at night. Yes, it is different, I mean. He did, however, develop some skill. He is pursuing motherfuckers. Man cannot be pursued. Hey, guy, let me tell you something. DL Bernie, come on and admit it didn't come. Steve, I believe. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. That garbage won't work. Steve was appointed host. Thus, Steve cannot continually hear boos. Since he was fired, it appears that there was a deeper issue going on than the public was truly aware of. You've probably heard the proverb never judge a book by its cover before. However, it appears that in Steve's case, rumors and chit-chat have been circulating, painting an image of a man whose looks is simply a mask for his less acceptable traits. Behind closed doors, Harvey is rumored to reveal his true colors, revealing a side that is far different from the affable exterior he presents to the public. If you're also curious about the real cause of his cancellation, the solution is simple. He just stopped acting like the good man and began to reveal his true self. In a document that was leaked, Steve Harvey sternly warned his staff members not to approach him at any cost. Finally made public on Robert Fader's Chicago media blog was Harvey's email to his staff. So, this is evidence of Steve's sincere treatment of his staff. Do not enter my dressing room unless invited, according to the message. When I'm applying makeup, please stay away from me until I specifically want you to chat with me. Furthermore, it was said not to take offense at the new style of conducting business. It's for my own use and enjoyment. A document that Steve Harvey forwarded to his staff stating that they should never approach him unless they had an appointment was earlier disclosed by someone who works for or used to work for him. In case you missed that information, the memo stated the following: there won't be any meetings, drop-ins, or pop-ins in my dressing room. You must be invited before entering my dressing room. Do not open the door to my dressing room. The caps were not added after that. Added he the memo's capitalization. You may expect to be kicked out if you open my door. I've been abusing my tolerant attitude in the past. This is over at this point. I want to have more time to myself during the day. No one should take offense at the new business model. It's for my benefit and delight, as well as the betterment of my personal life. If you believe that was impolite, more has to be heard. Anyone trying to view or communicate with me at my door will be prevented from doing so by my security staff. I want the ambushing to end right away. Stop falls under this. Before the start of the 5th season of his former daytime talk show, the message was reportedly sent to his Chicago staff. Steve Harvey. When it became out, fans were upset with Steve, but guess what? Steve admitted the problem, but despite the strong criticism, he never apologized. I don't apologize for the letter, he said in reply, but it's sort of strange what people did to take this stuff and run, guy. Steve Harvey, 66, who relocated his 5-year-old show moving to new Los Angeles offices, according to Entertainment Tonight. I simply didn't want to be in this jail any longer, or I was confined to this tiny room and was afraid to leave without someone coming up to me. I thus composed the letter. There are stories about Steve Harvey's big ego and risk-taking conduct that go around the glitzy world of show business. He is thought to have an unshakable concept that he is untouchable and that he perceives the meanings of his words and deeds. No matter how haughty Steve comes across, he has no plans to change that. But if you believe that this was the first time he behaved in this manner, you're mistaken. He had previously garnered attention for his homophobia and racism. Harvey. Additionally, Harvey previously said on national television that a homosexual guy cannot be a true man. In an interview with Hollywood, he frequently refers to Caitlyn Jenner as a guy, adding, "I can't wrap my mind around it at all." According to Steve, men who have female friends are only waiting for an opportunity to have sex because we're guys and don't actually know any women. Harvey has also questioned whether female sports fans can be sincere, telling one woman that you're just attempting to understand why he chose sports over you. His speech sparked animosity and received a lot of attention, yet his show continued to feature racist and homophobic remarks. Shocked with Steve Harvey's homophobic diatribe on his show right now, a Twitter user rips Steve Harvey. Come on, really? Honestly, sir? Is all of that truly required? He later made fun of the book How to Date a White Woman, a useful manual for Asian men. Because of his shoddy follow-up comedy, That's One Page Too, Steve Harvey found himself in hot trouble once more. Forgive me. Do you favor Asian guys? Sorry, no thanks. The issue is that he struggled to readily strike any of the volumes. Features that are mockable, such as its creepy predatoriness and its own racial profiling of white women. However, the joke's punchline was Asian men. This is one. Dating advice for white women. A helpful manual for Asian men. 1 is that. Page 2. Forgive me. Do you favor Asian guys? Sorry, no thanks. Suppose Steve Harvey. However, he also sees himself as a relationship expert and counsels women as if he were qualified to do so. But the reality about his private life is likewise rather murky. Harvey is currently married for the third time after being openly unfaithful to his prior two spouses. Despite this, he has founded his own dating service, Lovely Calm, with the goal of improving women's suitability for dating. The initial fan reactions were not favorable since female fans perceived it as an insult. There have been complaints about Steve Harvey's dubious attitudes toward other religions. Behind the scenes, rumors abound about Harvey's disdain for ideologies other than his own. His third wife allegedly used to be his second wife's mistress, a betrayal that left a lasting stain on his reputation. What's more alarming is how casually Steve treats infidelity in committed relationships, as if it's a non-issue. His casual approach toward cheating raises red flags, and many wonder where his moral compass lies. He went so far as to say that guys may cheat because so many women are prepared to give themselves to a man who is not theirs. Unbelievably, Steve could see his demise coming. And for that reason, he declared in 2022 that he was giving up stand-up comedy. Even worse, he claimed that men may cheat because so many women are eager to offer themselves to a man who is not theirs. Unbelievably, Steve could see his demise coming. And for that reason, he declared in 2022 that he was giving up stand-up comedy. What do you think, then? Is Steve Harvey, who portrays himself as a lovely man on television, truly a hypocrite? But the truth is rather different.